Let's dive right into today's shadowing practice. We've lined up 3 different types to help everyone really boost their speaking and listening. How do you usually feel about shadowing, by the way?
Honestly, I used to find it a bit intimidating, but once I saw how much it helps with pronunciation and confidence, I started looking forward to it. Repeating after someone, especially with natural sentences, feels a bit like rehearsal for real-life conversations.
That's such a good way to put it. It's like practicing lines for a play, except the script is English. To warm up, today we'll start with basic shadowing, then try out delayed shadowing, and finally play around with emotion and intonation.
Perfect, because switching up the style can really break up the routine and keep things fresh. I always notice different things with each method. Sometimes it's the sounds, sometimes the flow of a sentence. Should we jump into the basic version first?
Absolutely. Let's start with basic shadowing. For this one, you simply repeat what you hear at the same time as the speaker. For example, "Hello, my name is Alex."
Repeating in sync like that really forces you to match the pace and rhythm, almost like singing along to a song. It's surprisingly effective for catching the nuances of speech.
Totally. Plus, it keeps your brain and mouth working together, which is so important when learning a language. And the sentences today are all about daily habits, practicing, reading, listening. Pretty relatable, right?
Yeah, and I think that familiarity actually makes it easier to focus just on pronunciation, instead of getting lost in tricky words. I always picture myself talking about my own routine. That actually reminds me, have you ever noticed how even simple sentences can sound so different when you shadow them?
Oh, for sure. Now, moving on to delayed shadowing, the twist here is you listen first, wait a beat or two, and then repeat. This one's great for building memory and getting a chance to process what you hear.
What I love about delayed shadowing is how it forces you to really listen closely, instead of just echoing. With sentences like, "Today is a sunny day. The birds are singing in the park," you get a moment to really picture the scene before repeating it.
Exactly. It's almost like you get to live the experience for a second and then express it. And if you're jotting down new words, like when someone brings a notebook to the park, you start connecting language to real memories.
Yeah, and that extra pause actually helps the words stick. I find myself recalling phrases days later because I spent that extra second thinking about them. Speaking of memory, do you think writing things down during shadowing makes a big difference?
For me, writing does help, but the real game changer is emotion and intonation shadowing. This is where you let your voice express the feeling behind the words, like saying, "Wow, this cake smells amazing," with real excitement.
Yeah, that's where shadowing suddenly feels like acting. Trying to match the mood, whether it's excitement or worry, pulls you into the language in a whole new way. I catch myself grinning or frowning, just like the speaker.
Exactly. And those emotions help you remember expressions so much better. Even saying, "Oh no, I forgot my keys at home," makes you feel the little panic, which helps lock in the phrase.
It's like your brain remembers the feeling, not just the words. I always recommend people try exaggerating at first. It feels weird, but you quickly get a sense for natural English rhythm and tone. After a few tries, it becomes second nature.
It really does. So, with all 3 shadowing styles, basic, delayed, and emotion-focused, you get to work on different skills, and it keeps things interesting. How do you like to structure your own practice to stay motivated?
Switching it up is key for me. Some days I focus on pronunciation, other days on emotion or memory, and I always remind myself that even a few minutes of shadowing makes a difference. What about you? Do you have any daily rituals that help?
For me, mixing in a favorite song or podcast makes it feel less like studying and more like having fun. Plus, I try to celebrate little wins, like nailing a tricky phrase or finally mimicking a native speaker's tone.
It's those small victories that keep us coming back. If anyone listening feels hesitant, just remember shadowing regularly, even for a short time, really builds up your confidence and helps you sound more natural each day.
Exactly. And hey, if you keep it up, you'll be amazed at how much progress you make. Shadowing isn't just about copying words, it's about unlocking the feeling and flow of a new language.
And the best part is, you can practice anywhere while walking, cooking, or even just daydreaming. Just keep going and have fun with it. We'll be back again next time to try out more techniques together.